What's the deal with ChatGPT, and why should it be on your radar? If you ask the same question, worry not, because this is everything you need to know about ChatGPT. ChatGPT is an AI chatbot that is changing and evolving pretty quickly, just like how the original iPhone shook up the tech world in 2007. ChatGPT has become popular, with 100 million users in just 2 months. Welcome to AI Uncovered News, where our mission is to make sure you're in the know about all things AI. And today I'll guide you through all your burning questions about ChatGPT. What can you use it for? What does ChatGPT even stand for? And when is it moving to the next-gen GPT-4 model? Let's start with what is ChatGPT. ChatGPT is like a super smart computer program that talks to you like a human. It uses fancy tech stuff to understand what you're saying and can answer questions, write stuff like articles or emails, and even make computer code. It's a type of AI called generative AI, which means you can ask it to create things like text or pictures by giving it instructions. You know those chat boxes you see on websites where you can ask questions? It's kind of like that. The name ChatGPT comes from Generative Pre-trained Transformer, which is just a nerdy way of saying how it works. It learns from people and gets better at chatting through a game-like process. So, the more it talks, the smarter it becomes. Now, who created ChatGPT? ChatGPT was made by a company called OpenAI that researches artificial intelligence. They released ChatGPT in November 2022. OpenAI was started back in 2015 by a bunch of smart folks, including Elon Musk and Sam Altman. They've got some big supporters, with Microsoft being one of the most well-known ones. Oh, and OpenAI also made something called DALL-E, which is an AI that turns text into art. How does ChatGPT work? ChatGPT does its magic using something called a Generative Pre-trained Transformer, or GPT for short. In the past, ChatGPT used the GPT-3 model, which is a type of computer program that learns from a ton of data. This transformer takes all that knowledge and uses it to come up with responses when you ask it questions or give it prompts. Now, ChatGPT is powered by the GPT 3.5 model, which has some improvements. There's also something called ChatGPT Plus that uses GPT-4. It's faster and can even connect to the internet for more data. GPT-4 can do more complex stuff like describing pictures, adding captions to images, and writing long responses, up to 25,000 words. How does it do all this? Well, it uses deep learning. It has these things called transformer neural networks that try to guess what words, sentences, or paragraphs come next based on what it's learned from lots of text. First, it learns from general information, then it becomes more specialized for specific tasks. It started by learning how humans talk from online text and then got the hang of having conversations from transcripts. Real humans help train it too. People have conversations with ChatGPT and rate the responses. These ratings help figure out which answers are the best. And if you want to help make it even smarter, you can give a thumbs up or thumbs down to its responses and even leave written feedback. What kind of questions can you ask ChatGPT? You can ask ChatGPT all sorts of questions, from easy ones to more tricky ones. Like, what's the purpose of life, or when did New York become a state? It's pretty good with stuff in the STEM fields, so it can help you with coding and fixing errors too. But one downside is, it only knows stuff up until 2021. So, if you ask about things that happened after that, you won't have a clue. And the cool part is, if you're not happy with its answer, you can ask it to give it another shot or give you more info. People are finding all sorts of awesome ways to use ChatGPT. Here are some of the cool things they're doing with it. Writing and checking computer code. Making music. Drafting emails. Summarizing articles, podcasts, or presentations. Crafting social media posts. Coming up with catchy article titles. Solving math problems. Finding keywords for SEO, search engine optimization. Creating content like articles, blogs, and quizzes for websites. Changing the wording of something for a different purpose, like turning a presentation into a blog post. writing product descriptions, playing games, helping with job stuff, like writing resumes and cover letters, asking fun trivia questions, explaining complex stuff in simpler words, writing scripts for videos, and even researching markets for products. And what's neat is that ChatGPT can remember what you've talked about, so the conversation flows smoothly. Also, in August 2023, OpenAI introduced an enterprise version of ChatGPT. This version uses the speedy GPT-4 model and has added features like longer context for conversations, customization options, and data analysis. The data you use with this version stays within your organization, so it's private. ChatGPT offers a bunch of advantages for both businesses and users as it keeps getting better. Here are some of the cool benefits. Efficiency. It can tackle repetitive tasks, so your human employees can focus on the more complicated stuff. Cost savings. Using ChatGPT can be cheaper than hiring and training new workers. Better content. Writers can use it to fix grammar mistakes or get ideas for their writing. It can make ordinary text sound fancier. Education and training. It can explain tricky things like a virtual tutor and provide guides and clarifications. Quick answers. ChatGPT is speedy, so you don't have to wait long for help. Available all the time. It's ready 24/7, so you can get help whenever. Many languages. It can talk in different languages and even translate stuff for businesses with international customers. Personalized responses. It can learn from past chats to give you answers that suit you better. Handles lots of users. It can chat with many people at once, which is great for busy apps. Talks like a human. It understands and talks like a real person, so it's handy for writing, answering questions, chatting, and explaining things. Accessibility. It's good for people with disabilities because it uses text-based communication, which is easier for some folks. However, ChatGPT has a few limitations. Firstly, it doesn't always dive deep into topics, as it generates responses based on input without providing profound insights, making some answers seem a bit shallow. Its knowledge is capped at 2021, so if you ask about something more recent, you might get outdated information. Another thing is that it can sound a bit robotic at times, often overusing words like the and, which means you might need to give its responses a more natural touch. ChatGPT doesn't also cite sources, so while it can give you stats, it won't explain where they come from or their context. Also, it doesn't have a sarcasm radar, so it won't catch any witty or ironic remarks. Lastly, it might get stuck on one part of a multi-part question and struggle to shift its focus, as it's not great at handling multiple questions within a single response. So, while it's a handy tool, it does have its limitations to be aware of. To get to ChatGPT, sign up for an OpenAI account at chat.openai.com using your email or Google/Microsoft account. Once you're in, type your questions or prompts in the chat box. You can use ChatGPT to ask new questions or clarify things, get different responses, share, like, or dislike it, and copy the answers. Sometimes, ChatGPT might be super busy, especially during busy hours. If it's full, you can use it later or refresh your browser. Or, you can go for ChatGPT Plus, which costs $20 a month and gives you priority access, faster responses, and no blackout times. But if you stick with the free version, remember that it might be limited when crowded. ChatGPT Plus is there to help you avoid those busy times. That's a wrap for today's video. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring the notification bell to stay up to date with the latest in AI.